All right, so let's continue with Pick 10 Horror 2, number 5, Orphan, which is the 2009 film and one of those creepy little kid movies. I'm just going to cover it up because she's creepy looking. Tells the story of this couple who has two kids. They've been through a tragedy, and they adopt this new little girl named Esther, who turns out to be more than they bargained for, and she's kind of evil. And it's basically the story of the movie is the mom is trying to get people to believe that there's something wrong with her, and the dad and the psychiatrist, they don't believe her, and yeah. So we get a backstory with this at the beginning. Backstory with me first. So I actually first watched this with a friend of mine at his place back in 2010. I was staying over or something like that, and we want to watch a movie? Yeah, sure. So we looking around, we found this. And he's like, "Here, how about watch this?" Okay. And so we watched it, and the twist was very interesting to us. We didn't expect that. We didn't see that coming. So this couple, and by Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard, we are shown through a pretty creepy dream that she was pregnant. She had two kids already, Max and Danny. Those I can remember. But she was pregnant with another child that was born. She was stillborn. And so, yeah, that's a big loss. We also find out that the mom ended up having an alcohol problem after that. And that caused Max to accidentally fall in the ice, where she was passed out and she almost drowned, but she's fine. And that causes some doubts when it comes to her, trying to, I don't know. Like, I like most of the aspects of this film. There's a couple things that just doesn't make sense to me. First and foremost, the dad. When this thing starts to happen, the mom starts to point out that it's Esther, but the dad won't believe her. As stuff goes on, stuff that did not happen before this, he still ignores the fact that it could be Esther. And just blames it on her alcoholism, which makes no sense. Esther continues to be creepy once she gets into the house, and starts with killing a bird. They say, even around somebody's Halloween, like, you kill an animal, that's the first step to a serial killer. Well, she's already, killed before, we find out later, but it's a good point of view. This is her first kill since going to this house, so yeah, it's kind of cool. And she does things that aren't that just and she kills this nun when the nun comes to visit, and it implies that she might mess up her being there, but so she kills her, and then they're working on a prequel of this. I don't know how that's gonna work, but so I don't know why I said in the middle of this review, but just saying. So I'm sorry. I'm struggling with this. I really am struggling. I don't want to review this movie. I don't, but I do. I was trying to take the day, to myself after reviewing, what was it, Hereditary earlier. That really kind of bugged me out. So I took a break and I tried to watch this, and I'm trying to get through this review because I want to at least be halfway done by the end of the day. So I'm a little tired, if you can't tell. But I'm going to try to power through this. All right. I apologize. But anyway, so the mom starts to realize that stuff is going on, and she's deliberately doing stuff to piss off the mom. But the alcoholism is still being blamed. And she does buy a couple bottles, but she doesn't drink anything. Even though supposedly she says she drank one bottle, which we don't see. We don't see her dump out a glass. I don't know. It culminates in this fire that should alert the dad to what's going on, but no, this character has to be written as a fucking idiot so that she can get away with most things during the runtime of the film. And yeah, I don't like that. That's stupid. It's one of the things I don't like about this movie. But like the mom finds out, like she brings her flowers, but the flowers are from the baby that was stillborn, the little monument they have, and she knew it was. She freaks out and grabs her arm, and so she breaks it in a vise to make it look like she broke her arm, to make it worse. And then Danny is in a fire because there's evidence, and she sets the evidence on fire with Danny in there. And that should include the dad in. I don't know I said that. Should include him in, but it doesn't. And she was on the phone. The mom was on the phone because I find out that Esther is a dwarf. I find out that she has a dwarfism that makes her look like she's still a child. And she was actually in an institution in Estonia. And she escaped. And I guess that's going to be the plot of the prequel, is her escape and stuff like that. But she's still kind of old. I heard they're going to use CGI. Don't do that. It didn't work with It Chapter 2. Just don't. I would have hired a different actress. Or made it a sequel. That she survived? I don't know. I don't know. But here's where we get a confusing question I have. Like one of the only big questions I have about this, and that's about Danny. So Danny's taken to the hospital, and Esther sneaks off, saying she wants to use the vending machine, but she sneaks off to Danny's room and she smothers him. Is he dead? Because they don't give a definitive answer. Like, the people come in there with a crash cart. Do they get him breathing again? Is he dead? Because I'm confused. Because everything points to him being dead, but then the dad tells Max Danny's going to be okay. But I'm pretty sure he's dead. And there's no wrap-up scene at the end, to show us, hey, look, he's still alive. We just don't know. And so it's revealed that Esther was always attracted to the dads that she went to, apparently. And so she's after Peter Sarsgaard. She comes down all dolled up, and she makes advance on him, and he says no because he believes she's a little girl. And so she goes back, she freaks out, and he comes up, and he sees the room's all torn, and there's like inappropriate murals and stuff like that on the walls with this special paint that she has, which is pretty cool. I popped in the DVD, and there's this paint stuff. I forgot about it. Paint stuff on the menu. I'm like, this is Orphan, right? And then when I get to the scene where she was doing that, I'm like, oh! Yeah, I forgot about that. It's kind of cool how she has not the mural with the inappropriate pictures, but the lights going on up and down, on and off like that. That's pretty cool. Which the house that's on fire, that's what I think is cool because it's, But she kills the dad, which, you kind of fucking deserve it, dude. You should listen to your wife over this little girl you just met. And then the final fight ends up on the ice. And we get a rip-off of The Ring 2, which I kind of like it here better because The Ring 2 is not a very good movie, where she's like, oh, come on, mommy. And she goes, not your fucking mommy. And she kicks her in the head. And it clearly, like, I've heard people, I've even read Wikipedia, people say, oh, she drowned. No, she got her neck fucking broken. And that's how she died, and her body just floated to the bottom. That's how she died. She's dead. She's gone. It's over. And that's it. We see the cops coming, and then the movie ends. There's no wrap around. There's no telling us, hey, look, Danny's still alive. No, that's it. It just ends. Movies should do that, but this is still a pretty good movie. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable. I'm sorry I'm a little off in this review. I'm just, I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow I'll be in a better mood. You got Michael Myers Monday tomorrow. And my next review, which I'm going to pick out. It gotta be a Blu-ray, right? Alright. It's not Christmas. What is this? DVD, Blu-ray. We got... Ooh, Lights Out. David F. Sandberg movie here. That should be good. That's a pretty good movie. So, Orphan gets a 7 out of 10. So, what are your thoughts on Orphan? Comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.